5 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DotaPit League Season number 2. Second game of the day
Reserve
between
time.
Team Secret and Sneaky Nick's Assassins. We just got done watching one incredible game coming out from both of these
Radiant
squads.
team
Game number
ban.
1 went to Team Secret. It's a pleasure to be joining you here, bringing you the cast. My name is Bont. With me today is Ryu Boros. Ryu, the former E-Hug, and of course, Pretty Boy Swag player, a good friend of mine. Ryu, how are you today?
I'm good, man. They went Andrew Enigma,
10
though. I'm sad
seconds
now.
remaining.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to get off to that kind of start, huh? All right, well,
5
listen, nobody
seconds
else knows about
remaining.
that, so it's fine.
Okay. But yeah, we seen. How's it
Reserve
going,
time.
man? I know you're feeling better, so
I am.
I'm feeling good today.
After that last game, I'm feeling pretty damn
Dire
good.
team
We
ban.
couldn't ask for a better game to start things off.
Yeah, at
And
least it wasn't a 120-minute game, which it could have been.
it could have been. It
It
could have
could have
gone
been.
that late, but I think they just wanted to end it, and some poor plays at the end for Sneaky Nick's Assassins really cost them. We gave a lot of flack to
10
Ike's Mike in
seconds
that
remaining.
game, but at the same time, he's not here. And I don't want anyone
5
making any,
seconds
like,
remaining.
oh, he's getting kicked or anything like that.
Oh.
That's not what's happening. Mike actually has a doctor's appointment.
Reserve time.
Speaking of people that aren't feeling very well, Mike is one of them. So if there's any real reason why maybe that game wasn't his best one, I think that might be it. But he is not going to be here for the squad. MJW, great North American stand-in, going to be coming in for Sneaky Nick's Assassins, and we'll see how he plays here. Very strong Centaur player. He's actually playing for Infinity Stack in the Summit American qualifiers, which actually has a game a bit later. So looking forward to seeing them play. But at the same time, we're in game number 2 here, man. And Terrorblade gets an immediate ban out, but this time from Team Secret.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Snob would even play it, but maybe they have a different strategy. I just didn't like
Radiant
their
team
overall
pick.
strategy going into trying to counter Terrorblade last game. It just felt, okay, we're going to try and pressure you, but they got pressured in 2 lanes where they only pressured 1, and then like they didn't even get that much done. And then when Mike died bottom lane, it gave
Dire
Doom like
team
almost
pick.
level 6. He got level 5 immediately from that, and it just turned around the game from there. So they didn't have really the strongest laning phase. That's what you want. One thing you want to try to do against a Terrorblade, but their mid game was really well executed. So it just fell off in the later stages of the game. We saw Ush got picked off one time bottom lane. That just frees up the map for Terrorblade. You can get all the lanes pushed out, and
10 seconds
well,
remaining.
it's just that one team fight you can say goes back to
5
where,
seconds
okay,
remaining.
we had all our heroes on him. We had Fiend's Grift on him, and then he still gets the Satanic off, and then
Reserve
bam, you lose
time.
the team fight, you lose the game. It basically felt like from that moment on. So
Yeah, and it really just shows that veteran patience and leadership, even though Team Secret got caught out multiple times in multiple different ways, and they had one of the roughest early games I've seen from them. They were still able to take things and just have Kuroki just put the team on his back and went ham. So he gets a couple of kills, they get a couple of Raxes, they take the game. A bit unfortunate positioning coming out from a couple of the Sneaky Nick's Assassins players, but they will have the IO to start things off with. And there was an immediate tiny ban coming out, though, which is very interesting. And that was before the IO pickup. So I'm not sure why. I mean, Ush is a known tiny player, so they are targeting Ush, and that's fine. But at the same time, it's very interesting that Sneaky Nick's Assassins pick up the IO. They will give away the Magnus. And this
Dire
Magnus is
team
also a
pick.
hero that can give... He gives so many more opportunities for different heroes. Heroes that really work well with Empower. And that's the scary thing. It's not necessarily about the RP, I mean, which is still very solid, but more so than anything now that Empower works with BKB enabled, I think this hero is actually very, very solid. And as for, you're not going to find a better Magnus player in the world than him, so...
yeah, and then you have to worry about the constant RP on
10
relocate. So you
seconds
can't be
remaining.
like, oh, let's relocate here. Sometimes if Magnus has a blink
5
dagger up,
seconds
because he could always
remaining.
just skewer back or RP skewer back, anything just to cause havoc in these team
Reserve
fights. So
time.
I think it's a really strong hero against Wisp, just because it's
10
insanely hard to
seconds
gank
remaining.
Magnus as well. And like you said, with the now, and you also have the Empower,
Radiant
which
team
is
pick.
amazing now. But Earthshaker here is going to be picked up, and that's another good counter initiate hero going against Wisp. And it wasn't picked up last game because it was banned, but normally they always normally get this Earthshaker for Big Daddy.
It's quite the hero, honestly. He makes some big plays. And they have some team fight already. This is just slam and jam. right now for Team Secret.
10
I'm
seconds
really interested what they
remaining.
see, what they're going to give Kuroki. I've obviously yet to see
5
that. They'll probably
seconds
pick it in
remaining.
one of the last picks here, but the next pick is going to be coming up from Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They pick up the Skywrath Mage, so the Io Skywrath
Radiant
dual
team
support
ban.
combo, a bit interesting, and we'll see how things turn out for them.
Well, they can always do dual lanes mid with IO, and that's probably what they'll try to do. Knowing that there's an Earthshaker on the other team, you could just
10 seconds
play
remaining.
as maybe aggressive as you want in 2 lanes and
Dire
just do dual
team
lanes,
ban.
and then you can get out a lot out of it. Problem is that Magnus, you should probably still get a lot from the mid lane, and well, we saw S4 go off lane last game with Puck. He might go off lane again with Magnus, but
Radiant team
we'll
ban.
see what happens because they do have the Earthshaker to block that out, so they can do a lot of things just to help out the early game for the off lane.
We'll see how things turn out here for both squads. Naga banned immediately, Medusa on the other side of things, so the carry pool is
10
getting
seconds
slimmer and slimmer as we
remaining.
move forward here. But while we've got a second, I'm going to take a look at our,
Dire
of course,
team
pregame
ban.
matchup. I hope I have it here. Good, I do. Kuroki versus Ush. Now, before the last game, you might not think that these two players are on the same level, even after the last game. But you look at these stats, and Kuroki's sitting on an average of 9 kills, about 6 assists. His GPM well
Dire
over
team
550,
pick.
XPM right around there. Ush, same thing. But you look at the carries that they play, and I don't know if this is really accurate for Kuroki. He does play a giant pool of heroes. Ush, I haven't seen his Storm too often. His Tiny is his signature. Had a bit of a rough game in that last performance there, as you see. But he should be looking to kind of bounce back from that last game, and we'll see how things pan out here. As we move into game number
10
2,
seconds
the draft's
remaining.
well underway. We'll see an Enchantress pickup now coming out
Radiant
for
team
Top
pick.
Secrets, or Team Secret, rather.
Yeah, Enchantress not being picked up. That's a lot of aggression that can be pumped out. I seen this before. I think it was at ESL by Puppy. It didn't work out that game at all. I think the VG just like crushed him. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember exactly. I think, but it didn't work out. But in this game, it should work out. They have a lot of stuns
10
already. They can get
seconds
a lot of
remaining.
movement and mobility going on in the early game, which that's what Magnus
5
and
seconds
Earthshaker are.
remaining.
They're not the best heroes for the like early game, but
Reserve time.
they're just the comeback heroes. That's why you want to have the Enchantress just like putting out all the pressure while Earthshaker either counter ganks or just like I said, make the creeps just spawn. You just creep block so you can actually farm at your tower or whatnot.
Well, I like the choice. It's one of Puppy's heroes. Sneaky Nyx Assassin, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to play against it that well. I know that Puppy just likes to harass early on with this hero and roam around and maybe put pressures on towers, but the thing is, what do Sneaky Nyx Assassins pick up? That's the real question. I think that's what everyone's waiting for, is what is this IO combo coming out? And I don't really see Ush playing kind of an Ursa. I don't really see him playing that hero. Ush is more known as a hard farmer. He can man fight, but
Well, it's okay if they get Morphling. I think Morphling's probably the best here, and
Dire
that's
team
about it.
pick.
Maybe
That's not
another
bad.
hero, maybe Gyro. Gyro's still kind of squishy at times because you can't do Ursa and you can't do CK. I thought CK was a good hero until I realized he's really awful. But
That's
I
just
always
such- I thought he was good until he's just really, really bad. I don't know what I was thinking, but
no, he's got a lot of mana problems. That's the biggest concern with CK. If you have IO though,
10
it's
seconds
not
remaining.
as a big detriment to him. So it could
5
work with
seconds
Wisp and
remaining.
only Wisp that hero. But
well,
you're against a Earthshaker and a Magnus, so CK
Radiant
just feels
team
awful.
pick.
I gotta
And
say, Simba's Timbersaw was pretty legit in that first series against Navi US at ESL. It was quite fun to watch. Storm Spirit, that's gonna be the case, I think, for us here in
Dire
this
team ban.
maybe mid lane, maybe safe lane. We'll see. TC's generally the mid laner, but they can switch it up. I've seen them switch it up multiple times. Now the question is, what do you pick up last? Brewmaster's still available here. They also picked up an Omni Knight, which might be MJW's role, whether that's in the safe
10
lane or
seconds
probably
remaining.
more than likely in the off lane. I'm not even sure, actually. They could do a dual
5
lane if they
seconds
want to with
remaining.
Io and Storm or something like that. I don't know, man. This is all over the damn place.
Radiant team ban.
the problem is though that Team Secret they have a lot of magic burst damage, so Omni Knight's not going to be that great because his ulti is for physical damage, and I don't know. But
10
I don't know.
seconds
It's
remaining.
okay. I think Storm Spirit's the best pick here. It was the best pick, considering it shuts
seconds
down
remaining.
Magnus and Timbersaw really well. They have nothing to really lock him down except for Magnus
Reserve
RP,
time.
and he can just freely roam around. He doesn't need a BKB either because he has the Omni Knight. So the only way they're going to be able to counter initiate is with an RP, and you can't even skewer afterwards. So none of these heroes even have a diffusal blade that can get diffusal, and
Dire team pick.
so now you have to think, okay, well, what do we want to get now? Maybe Team Seeker gets Ricky. No, I don't know.
I mean, I'm down for that. Listen,
Let's do it.
that's actually that would be amazing. I haven't seen it yet. I think in professional play. I mean, it's in captain's mode, I believe.
Ricky with Magnus isn't too bad if you think about it.
Yeah, I think that's okay. But I don't see them doing that. Although Kuro can go for some crazy heroes, and he's just a crazy
10
player in
seconds
general.
remaining.
He has such a wide hero pool too. I've seen him play like every type of
5
carry as well.
seconds remaining.
NTBH does get banned out. My opinion on that hero is pretty different. He's gonna go for Clinks, and that's actually one of his heroes that I've seen him play a lot.
Pick.
And with Empower, that's a disgusting amount of damage with Empower, by the way. Just think about that for a second. It's actually just gross. I don't know.
Yeah, and the attack speed. I don't know. I could see Clinks going for the fast diffusal after Orchid. I'm not exactly sure though.
It's not a unique. I mean, diffusal is a unique attack modifier, but searing arrows isn't anymore, so it
10
works. I mean,
seconds
it can work out. And it's not necessarily, and the mana burn doesn't matter. I mean, it's really just for the Omni Knight at that point in time. Also,
as long as he's survivable enough, like he might just go Soul Ring into BKB. I'm not exactly sure, just because they have a lot of burst damage coming from the Skywrath Storm and IO. But also, yeah, if he gets the Diffusal Blade, he could just purge off some silences. So now they're just going. Their Wisp pick at the first isn't really that great great with their heroes, but it does add still a lot of sustain to team fights, and just they can be anywhere on the map.
I'm excited for this though, and this will be a TC Mirana. Interestingly enough, they don't go for the Brewmaster; they pick up something interesting instead. I don't know how I feel about farming TC Mirana, but if there's one person that can play it, I think TC, who is one of the most stable standard players out there, he could certainly get something done with it. I also like the Clinks pickup for Kuroki because, I mean, you're not forced into that one build anymore with Orchid, where you used to be essentially. You almost kind of had to go for that build. Maybe you'd see like the Soul Ring Blink, like maybe a BKB coming out, like the EE type of build. But I think this is going to be pretty successful for Team Secret, and I kind of fear for Sneak and X Assassin, especially because they're playing with the standard and they picked an Omni Knight. So this could either go pretty well or pretty horribly. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Well, let's do the introductions off the bat.
Okay, we're gonna get it.
All right,
done.
I'm gonna do the secret this time. All right, we've got S4 playing the Magnus. We've got Simba playing. I'm gonna say his name, Simba Charlie. Shout out to Charlie once again. There you go. Playing the Timbersaw. We got Puppy playing the Enchantress. We got Kuroki handling the Clinks, and Big Daddy playing the Earthshaker.
Yeah, I don't really think Charlie needs another shout out, man. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I mean, I love you,
Dude,
man.
I hurt his feelings. I think he needed it.
I mean, listen, it's okay if you hurt his feelings. That guy hurts a lot of people's feelings.
No, I didn't.
Well, just kidding. I love you, Charlie. Sneaky Nix Assassins lineup. Well, TC pulling your mid lane Mirana, top lane, off lane MJW Omni Knight. Not something I was expecting, but well, whatever. That's fine. Bottom lane, Whitebeard playing your Skywrath Mage, fluffing stuff on your IO. Please fix this. God, the IO portrait is broken. It's still broken. Meanwhile, Ush is playing your Storm Spirit in the safe lane. And Ush can do some damn work with this hero. However, this is going to be a tough game, I feel like, for Nyx Assassins. The slipperiness of Secret, the burst damage, the lockdown, the team fight. They've got everything. They have the right click from Kuro. They've got it all.
Yeah, I like Secret's lineup a lot, and they didn't try to counter out Enchantress early games.
The battle begins.
They have no sentries going against Puppy, so Puppy's going to have free reign to either farm or game.
And Kuro's going to head to the bottom lane right now with Big Daddy helping him out there with the safe lane Timbersaw for Simba. And MJW, this is not necessarily the best matchup. I feel like Whirling Death, especially against an Omni Knight, is going to be pretty detrimental to him. At the first couple of levels, maybe MJW does okay, but once this gets a bit later on, unless he's repelling off cooldown, which I don't see that happening, this might be a bit tough. So, meanwhile, for Sneakiness Assassins, MJ, did I introduce them already? I don't think I did, right? No, I did. Did I?
Yeah, sometimes I forget too. I don't know.
All right, we're just going to go into the game. Yeah, I actually did introduce them. I'm losing it, man. Fisher's coming out. Maybe. No, he cancels the animation.
I'm just listening, man. I'm just listening.
Top lane, MJW is already taking a lot of harass. There's the purification going through. Simba is taking some heavy harass here. The right click is definitely a bit better for MJW, but Whirling Death going to work. Look at the damage both these guys are trading here. MJW does have a salve. Simba will use his as well. So MJW is going to eat his Tango. He can even purify himself, and I think that's what he's waiting for. We'll see if we can get to level 2 purification. Maybe this is a bit of a closer matchup than I was expecting.
Well, they both started off with 8 tangos, and so it's not that big of a deal. And he started off with a magic stick instead of a stout shield, so you could say that the right click does favor Simba, but I don't know. We'll have to see the CS of
Ush
this
might be
later.
dead. Fisher block. He's gonna just eat his way through though, and he'll be fine. He's gonna pop the salve as well. Very close. Nice play from Ush. Meanwhile, top lane. These guys are so close. It's like they're holding hands right now in this top lane. Every time I look over, they're just right on top of each other. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Kuroki. No Sentry Ward coming out. Big Daddy's in the trees. There's the Remnant coming through. Ush is going to get a pull going his way. Fluff and Whitebeard are nearby. Puppy's aggressively jungling now. They're looking for a kill with the Centaur, and unfortunately, that Wild Wing will just drop dead in the middle of the lane. Poor guy. Rip him.
Yeah. The one great thing about having TC playing the bottom is that Puppy, he cannot gank him in the middle lane. So it doesn't matter. That's a really good last pick. But at the same time, Puppy, I don't know why he decided to come down. He's still 1.5, and he's not getting much done. But maybe he'll take over their jungle, put some pressure on TC, maybe get a courier snipe off, but not anytime soon.
Yeah, Puppy is actually just roaming around. He's going to find a Seater Mind Stealer. He might actually just harass TC with the Purge. Oh my god, please. Please.
This is going to hurt.
Yeah. God. You've been
Well,
mana burned.
It's almost as bad as the Harpy. The Harpy's 10 times worse, though.
Yeah, the Harpy's awful, but still, a mana burn's still not what you want to feel when you're mid laning. MJW manning up here a little bit against Simba. He has level 2 reactive armor, so even with the right click, I mean, he's got plenty of armor. He's getting the regen. Purification is going to go. Problem is, MJW doesn't have that much mana. He has to actually use another cleric if he wants to get off another purification, so he'll have to play this a little bit more carefully. He does have level 1 degen now. He's
Mid
playing
lane,
well. TC getting caught out. S4, Skewer. Nope, leap. He will get away. S4 looking
Radiant's
for a kill there.
middle
Meanwhile,
tower
Puppy
is
comes in
under
as well.
attack.
Walks right up to the high ground. And he already did use the enchant to get the Satyr. Oh, Puppy's going to take some damage. Arrow sailing through, but
Come
miss.
on, sprites.
There's going to be the heal coming up from Puppy. The Nature's Attendants. He will survive, and TC should not chase this too far. But
Radiant's
almost
middle
got the kill. Had that
tower is
arrow
under attack.
connected. TC is getting absolutely just like decimated by... Oh, they're body blocking him. They want to get this kill. They're going to skewer him. They're looking for the shockwave as well. He'll fall. Puppy gets the
Radiant's
first
middle
blood.
tower is under
Beautifully
attack.
done. Body blocking with the Tormentor. That was damn impressive. They did get a kill back in the bottom lane for Ush, but still, that was really fun to watch.
That body block, that was really well executed by Puppy. And like I was gonna say, I was looking at the CS the whole time while you were talking. Like TC, he just got crushed. Like it was like 7-14.
Yeah,
So he's not having a good time middle lane.
he's definitely
You have to practice this hero a lot just to get the last hits in every single time. Because S4, he didn't even start off with Empower or anything. He's just straight up getting bodied.
That's a bit unfortunate, but the thing is, he can always get back into it. However, this is just this is such a rough year.